Hey everybody, it's Reid Henrichs. It's good to see you all again after a brief, very short, but very brief hiatus. And this is the inaugural video on this channel. And with me, I have two of the most important ladies in my life. First one here is my mother, and the other one here is my girlfriend. And some of you may recognize her or not. Some of you may not. Some of you may not recognize me. What the hell? All right, but we're going to get going today, and first thing we're going to really talk about is training. Firearms training out there. And I know some people go out there and buy guns. You know, they go out and buy ammunition, they buy all this stuff, and they really don't know, hey, what's the next step? I'll tell you what the next step is. Go and get some training. It doesn't matter who you go get it from. There's all kinds of good schools out there. But I'm going to let these lovely ladies talk about their experience with guns and training, how they got into it, what got them into it, and of course, age before beauty, although some people have both. I'm going to start with my mother and let her tell your story about training, how she grew up with guns, what her attitude was about it. And you go and take it from there.
So I'm older. I'm retired. And when I retired, I decided, I'm gonna listen to my son, and I'm going to get a pistol, and I'm gonna learn how to use it. And my husband did the same thing, and we went. We had to find out from our son, which is, now you realize the older you get that your children know quite a bit, and vice versa. So he told us the best type of pistol to get, and we each got one.
What'd you get?
A Glock.
You got a Glock, and it's a semi-automatic pistol, and you don't have to reveal your age to everybody out there. But would it be safe?
I'm retired.
Would it be safe to say that you that was it challenging manipulating or shooting that gun in any way, shape, or form?
No.
So you were able to handle a mid-size semi-automatic pistol,
right?
And you don't have this world's strongest hands until she backhands you. Then they're strong. But other than that, they're not that strong.
No.
Yeah. But you were able to do it for 2 days.
I was able to do it for 2 days. I surprised myself. I went into the training unaware of what was going to be involved in it. I was just an open-minded because I had no experience whatsoever.
Okay.
And my son was not my teacher, but he's the one absolutely that advised us on what type of gun. We didn't want a showy, great, well, my husband wanted to get a great big pistol because we all were fans of Dirty Harry movies, and we thought, the bigger gun would be easier, but we were so wrong.
It was
so that would have been way too heavy for a weak person like myself. I don't lift weights or any of that.
Yep. So she got a Glock. You got a Glock 19.
It's a very
good go.
Easy weapon to hold, and I didn't have one bit of problem with it.
So when you were down there, when you were taking classes and you were doing this stuff, and we've been shooting together before though, and she can shoot, man. Like, she's consistent, right? She does the fundamentals and everything. Well, she took care of me for the first 17 years of my life, all right. And then now it's kind of like the roles are reversed. I'm not always going to be around because they live up in Illinois. I live down in Tennessee, so we're not always together. Actually, very rarely, only a couple times a year. That may change here pretty soon, but. Hopefully we'll get them down, in God's country, south of the Mason-Dixon line, where it's, America and stuff and free. But I'm glad, Mom, that you could tell everybody about that. A lot of people are nervous. Well, anyway, that's good to hear. Well, thank you. It's our first video, by the way, so first time ever on the YouTubes.
Absolutely.
All right. But thanks a lot for talking with people.
Well, thanks for helping me out.
Your journey into training was somewhat different, right?
Yes.
Although for the same kind of.
It was.
The same motivation, right?
Yes, I grew up in the South, specifically in the Southern Appalachian Mountainous region, which is a very nice place in the United States. A mountain woman, indeed. And so gun lore was sort of something that I grew up in. And like when you're young, I stole my brother's BB gun. I promptly gave it back to him, though, with a decent amount of repentance. But, that's kind of where I started from. And when I turned 21, I got my first pistol, which was a Glock 26. But the transition for me was I recognized that there was nobody was going to defend me 100% of the time. I had to take responsibility and take ownership for my own personal defense. And so I went to a local range in town, and I rented every caliber, or every weapon in the caliber. I started out with 22s, and then I went up to 9s, and then I went to 40 and 45, and I ended up settling on that one. But it sat at home in my bedside table for nigh on 3 years, I think. Because it was, at that point it was, yes, I know that I need this, but I wasn't comfortable carrying it at that point. I wasn't comfortable carrying it for many reasons. I wasn't familiar with really how to draw, and like I knew how to shoot, but I didn't realize, okay, there's more to it than that. So I first started into training in, gosh, I gotta think about this, 2010, yeah, 2010, and I was hooked. But it was, for me, it was more than an enthusiasm. I came at it from a completely different standpoint. For me, it wasn't a matter of enthusiasm, it was a matter of discipline, right? Nobody was going to extricate me from my problems. Nobody was going to fix my problems. I had to take ownership for it. And so that's what started me on the path. Mm-hmm. And I met you, so that was great.
Well, yeah, I mean, a couple of things we may be able to work on, right? So,
yes.
Yeah, if only you knew a dude that knows how to teach firearms. If only you knew.
Only I knew.
Yeah, if only you knew somebody. But anyway, that's good. So anything else that you want to talk about, anybody, about training? Like, there's some people out there, oh, I don't really need it, or oh, I don't know if I could handle a class like that.
I think a lot of people, well, you don't know what you don't know, first off. And there is a certain level of false confidence or a false sense of accomplishment when you get that pistol. I mean, that's good. It's like we need to give praise where praise is due here. Like, get your pistol and then go out on the range and yes, I can hit my fist size grouping at X number of yards, and that's fantastic. But when you actually go and you take a class that teaches you how to fight, more than just like plink, 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 but actually how to shoot and to fight with your stuff, that's a wake-up call, because it confronts you with the stark reality of, at least for me, my own deficit in skill sets. And it's a reality check, It's like, okay, you're not as high speed as you think you are, just because you can hit a non-moving target and, and get stuff done there. So for me, I would encourage people to not be satisfied with where you're at, to push yourself to be better and better and better, and to go and seek out training from qualified instructors, because it's more than just, oh, I could do this if my shot timer goes off and this is my time. It's not about that, and it's not even about, am I a high speed badass operator. There are people whose lives are at stake here. If you're a mom or you're a woman with small kids or you're a babysitter or something like that, forget yourself for a moment here. We have a responsibility to the people in our care, right? So even if you're not interested in training for yourself, I think there's a discipline that's involved with being part of a community. You are responsible. You are your brother's keeper in a way. Certainly if you have children or dependents that are under you. So if you don't train for yourself, train for them.
That's good. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Well, there you have it. Two ladies, two different perspectives on firearms training and just getting it in general. And folks, like I said, this is the first vid for this channel. It's just an illusion to what is about to come. It's all about you guys anyway. It's all about the people that are going to be subscribing. It's all about the information. It's a positive channel. It's going to be good information, and we're going to talk about the stuff in life that matters to us, our purpose, our drive, what makes us do what we do. And this is Reid Henrichs. Once again, I want to thank my mother, and I want to thank my girlfriend, and I want to thank you all because I know your time is important. I appreciate you watching this video. So remember, folks, Reid Henrichs, I'm going to be reminding you all that the lessons we learn are written on the tombstones of others. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Ready.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right, this is the first video that we'll ever shoot for the channel.
Yay.
All right.
Yeah, we should lock arms with Reid. Perfect.
No, that's gay. It looks like we're not fucking.
This
we
is
shall
not a
overcome.
family portrait.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not doing we shall overcome bullshit. Like, I'll bet you can't overcome some 7.62 by 39. We're just splitting it up. So we'll have to do a conclusion at the end, so we'll be almost there.
I was on this side. I should be on this side. Yay.
Yay.
Okay, now what?
All right, so. All right.
Hello, I'm Reid Henrichs.
It's good to see you all again after a brief hiatus.
Okay, that works.
All right, here we go.
Okay, so
I'm
let's
Prince
see if
Charles.
we all fit in the picture. Yay!
Pictures that you do.
Yeah, you're at center.
Oh yeah, I am.
Okay, so you can roll whenever.
You just relax.
Okay.
This should be the inaugural video for the channel.
Your
it
mom
will
looks
be.
great.
That's good. You have to smile for the camera, otherwise people will think that you're bitter.
Mm-hmm.
Like I never smile. That's what I'm going for. All right, are you ready?
You should, though. You get a lot of.
You can't roll until we've all got a straight face.
No.
Should we glare?
And
Yes.
we should scowl.